On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Infamous.
Having a reputation for being very bad or wicked.
Examples:
An infamous crime. Acquire an infamous reputation. The infamous criminal was finally brought to justice.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Meltdown.
A severe overheating of the core of a nuclear reactor resulting in the core melting and radiation escaping. A situation in which something fails or weakens suddenly or dramatically.
Examples:
Meltdown disaster. Economic meltdown. The nuclear meltdown in the country was a disaster with far-reaching consequences.
Penny.
A small denomination of currency or coin, typically the smallest unit of a currency system. In the U.S., a coin worth 1 cent.
Examples:
Penny stock. Save a penny. I found a lucky penny on the ground while walking to work this morning.
Reserve.
To keep something for future use or contingency. To obtain or arrange something, such as a meeting, seat, etc., in advance.
Examples:
Reserve the right. Reserve a concert ticket. You can easily reserve seats over the telephone.
Volcano.
A mountain or hill, typically conical, having a crater or vent through which lava, rock fragments, hot vapor, and gas are or have been erupted from the Earth's crust.
Examples:
Volcano alert level. Active volcano. The island was formed by a volcano millions of years ago.
Interrupt.
To say or do something that causes someone to stop in their speech or action.
Examples:
Interrupt a call. Abruptly interrupt. Her sleep was interrupted by recurring pain.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Pronounce.
To say or speak a word or words correctly or in a particular way.
Examples:
Pronounce a judgment. Pronounce a name. She struggled to pronounce the word in a foreign language.
Firm.
Resolute or unwavering in decision-making or action, strong or secure in structure, make or composition, reliable, trustworthy, or dependable. Noun, a business or company.
Examples:
Firm grip. Accounting firm. The firm deadline for submitting the project is tomorrow, so we need to work efficiently to finish on time.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Corporate.
Of or relating to a large company.
Examples:
Corporate right. Corporate environment. The corporate office has decided to lay off 10% of the workforce.
Sector.
A distinct part or division of something often used to refer to a segment of an economy or industry, an area or field of work or activity.
Examples:
Industrial sector. Private sector. The technology sector is constantly evolving and innovating.
Suffice.
To be enough or sufficient, to meet the needs or requirements of something or someone, to satisfy or fulfill a purpose.
Examples:
Suffice to live. Suffice as evidence. Would 1 cup of flour suffice for this recipe?
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Testosterone.
A male hormone that is responsible for the development of male secondary sex characteristics.
Examples:
Testosterone enhancer. A synthetic derivative of testosterone. Training with sufficient intensity increases blood testosterone levels.
Blame.
To think or say that someone or something did something wrong or is responsible for something bad.
Examples:
Blame circumstances for the failure. Blame the lack of knowledge. We blamed our impeded progress on lack of money.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Helm.
The wheel or other mechanism used to steer a ship or boat, the person in control or command of a ship or boat.
Examples:
Helm of a ship. Steer the helm. The ship's captain took the helm and charted a course through the stormy waters.
Diversity.
The quality or fact of many different types of things or people being included in something, a range of different things or people.
Examples:
The diversity policy of the university. Lingual diversity. He was impressed by the range and diversity of the collection.
Disastrous.
Extremely bad, harmful, or unsuccessful.
Examples:
Have disastrous consequences. Absolutely disastrous effect. The emission of hazardous substances has disastrous effects on the ecology of a region.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Fed up.
Feeling exhausted, annoyed, or discontented as a result of prolonged exposure to something unpleasant or frustrating.
Examples:
Fed up employee. Fed up expression. The fed up spectators began to leave the stadium after the home team's fourth consecutive loss.
Stomach.
The internal organ in the body where food is digested, situated in the abdomen, the part of the body below the chest that contains the stomach.
Examples:
Upset stomach. Stomach virus. I have a stomach ache after overeating junk food.
Sustainable.
Able to continue or be continued for a long time.
Examples:
Sustainable alternative fuel. Principles of sustainable development. The government should do more to support environmentally sustainable agriculture.
Incorporate.
To include something as a part of a larger entity.
Examples:
Incorporate the current trends. Incorporate technology into daily life. We will attempt to incorporate some of your suggestions into our future strategy.
Feminine.
Relating to women, having the features or appearance often associated with women.
Examples:
Add a feminine touch. The sacred feminine. For a classically feminine style, the dress mixes sophisticated lines with an appealing floral design.
Finance.
The management of money, credit, banking, and investments, especially by a government or commercial organization, the branch of economics that studies the management of money and other assets.
Examples:
Finance Act. Manage my finances. Our company decided to hire an advisor who specializes in finance.
Eyebrow.
The hair arc over each eye in humans.
Examples:
Raise her eyebrows. Eyebrow cosmetics. She raised an inquiring eyebrow towards me.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Closet.
A small room or cabinet with a door used for storing things, especially clothes.
Examples:
Closet full of suits. Walk-in closets. He brushed the suit before hanging it back into the closet.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Investor.
Someone who puts money or capital into something to gain financial returns.
Examples:
Investor lawsuit. A real estate investor. Institutional investors refrained from buying stocks amid the booming economy.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Equity.
The value of the shares issued by a company.
Examples:
Private equity firm. Equity capital market. That company is cautious when it comes to equity investment.
Talented.
Having a natural ability or aptitude for something, showing exceptional skill or ability in a particular area.
Examples:
A very talented actor. Talented athlete. She is a talented musician, able to play several instruments.
Foremost.
Most important, leading, or prominent.
Examples:
Foremost expert. Keep foremost in mind. The foremost priority is the safety of the passengers.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Convinced.
Completely certain about something, having a strong belief or conviction in a particular religion.
Examples:
Convinced of the idea. Convinced criminal. The public is convinced that the Prime Minister has committed fraud.
Awareness.
The fact or state of knowing something exists and is important.
Examples:
Awareness of my ignorance. Raise public awareness. There has been a gradual but steady rise in environmental awareness.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Subprime.
Of or relating to financial loans, particularly mortgages, which are made to individuals with poor credit histories or limited income, often associated with higher interest rates and a greater risk of default.
Examples:
Subprime lending. Subprime market. The subprime mortgage crisis of 2008 led to a global economic downturn.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Reckless.
Marked by a lack of care about danger and the likely results of your actions.
Examples:
Reckless driving. In a reckless manner. Reckless youth makes rueful age.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Downside.
The negative aspects or consequences of something, the potential for loss or failure.
Examples:
Major downside. Downside of globalization. The downside of the new policy was that it would be more expensive for customers.
Upside.
The positive aspect or potential of something, the upper side of something.
Examples:
Have no upside. Market upside. Many people see the upside of traveling as an opportunity to experience new cultures and broaden their horizons.
Utter.
Complete, total, or absolute, said, done, or experienced without any exceptions or qualifications, spoken aloud or enunciated very clearly and distinctly, verb, to speak or articulate words, sounds, or a voice.
Examples:
Utter nonsense. Utter a big sigh. The utter chaos of the concert crowd made it seem like a wild animal was in the room.
Excel.
To be extremely good at or proficient in doing something.
Examples:
Excel in description. Excel at communication. The company excels in customer service.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Diligence.
Careful and persistent effort or work, conscientiousness in performing one's duties or responsibilities.
Examples:
Diligence in work. Diligence in time management. The doctor's diligence in monitoring patients' progress contributed to their speedy recovery.
Spreadsheet.
A computer program that is used for displaying and dealing with numbers by arranging them in rows and columns.
Examples:
A spreadsheet program. Plug numbers into a spreadsheet. I accidentally deleted all the contents of the spreadsheet.
Profit.
Money that is earned in business or by selling things after deducting the costs involved.
Examples:
Gross profit. Make a profit. This business yields little profit.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Quarter.
One of four equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples:
A quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Trend.
A general direction in which something is changing or developing.
Examples:
An international trend. The trend away from television. The oil price continued their downward trend. Decision maker. A person who makes important decisions, especially at a high level in an organization. Examples: policy decision maker. Act as a decision maker. A wealth of information does not always have a positive impact on decision makers. Herd. A group of animals of the same type that live or are kept together as livestock. Examples: herd of cattle. The common herd. He was riding herd on the sheep during the day. Heading. A title, caption, or heading that introduces or summarizes the content of a written or printed document, the direction or course in which something is moving or heading. Examples: chapter heading. Heading font. She carefully reviewed the heading of each section before diving into the research paper. Government. The group of people with authority to control a country or state. Examples: government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year. Doubt. A feeling of being uncertain about something, especially about how good or accurate it is. Examples: dispel doubts. No doubt about the news. Doubt is the start, not the end, of intelligence. Incredible. Unbelievable. Extremely large. Examples: incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy. Urge. To spur on or encourage someone, especially by cheers and shouts. Noun, a strong desire or impulse, especially one that is difficult to control or resist. Examples: urge a total ban. A sexual urge. The lobbyist urged Congress not to approve the measure. Rebuild. To build again or anew. Examples: rebuild a company. Rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire. Insanity. The state of being seriously mentally ill, madness. Examples: sheer insanity. Alcoholic insanity. His behavior became increasingly erratic, leading many to believe he was experiencing a bout of insanity. Hop. To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
hop on one foot, hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Outcome:
the result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
improved student outcomes, a desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Insane:
extremely stupid, crazy, or dangerous, mentally ill.
Examples:
go insane with pleasure. An insane scheme. Her excessive demands drove me insane.
Entirely:
completely.
Examples:
entirely satisfied with the meal. He was entirely to blame. Later, his claim was found to be entirely false.
Revolutionary:
relating to or characterized by a complete or dramatic change.
Examples:
revolutionary change. Enforce revolutionary justice. The revolutionary leader inspired others to join the fight for freedom and democracy.
Consume:
to spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Conscious:
being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Courageous:
able to face and deal with danger or fear without flinching.
Examples:
make a courageous decision. Courageous rescue attempt. He was a courageous soldier who had served his country with honor.
Independence:
freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
March:
to walk militarily with stiff, regular steps.
Examples:
march against the war. March east. The troops marched shoulder to shoulder.
Agenda:
a list or outline of things to be done, discussed, or considered.
Examples:
agenda setting. Ambitious agenda. The agenda for the meeting includes discussions on the budget and new project proposals.
Movement:
a group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
Elect the school board. Elect death. Every 5 years, the provincial governors are elected.
Breast.
Either of the two round soft parts of a woman's chest which secrete milk after childbirth.
Examples:
Breast cancer. The mountain's breast. He grilled the breast meat of a chicken.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Survivor.
A person who remains alive after an event in which others have died.
Examples:
Ovarian cancer survivor. A single survivor. The shipwreck survivor was rescued after floating in the ocean for 3 days.
Session.
A formal meeting or series of meetings for the execution of a particular group's functions, a period spent doing a particular activity.
Examples:
The morning session. The court session. Parliament is now in session.
Contender.
The contestant you hope to defeat.
Examples:
Championship contender. Presidential contender. We were looking at a severe contender indeed.
Allude.
To suggest or make reference to something indirectly.
Examples:
Allude to his low origin. Allude to the planning. He alluded to the problem but did not mention it directly.
Crappy.
Of poor quality, not satisfactory.
Examples:
Crappy service. Crappy Spanish. The food at the restaurant was crappy and overpriced.
Breastfeeding.
The act of feeding a baby with milk produced by the mother's breasts.
Examples:
Breastfeeding mother. Breastfeeding support. Getting the hang of breastfeeding at first can be challenging, but with patience and practice, it gets easier.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Spite.
Feelings of anger and resentment, in spite of, also despite, a phrase that is used to indicate that something happened or exists even though there is a particular obstacle or difficulty.
Examples:
Bear spite against him. Die in spite of intensive care. He did it out of spite to annoy me.
Denial.
A statement that something is not true or does not exist.
Examples:
State of denial. An absolute denial. She gave us a categorical denial of the scandal.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Differ.
To be not like someone or something in some way.
Examples:
Differ from the majority. Differ according to species. The two products differed in their quality and price.
Sustain.
To supply enough of what somebody or something needs in order to survive or exist, to accept as valid.
Examples:
Sustain a good relationship with him. Sustain a wellness lifestyle. She struggled to sustain the children's reading habits.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples:
Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Aim.
To try or plan to get or achieve something.
Examples:
Aim at a specific target. Aim to be a nurse. We aim for an overseas expansion.
Tyranny.
A form of government in which a single ruler has absolute power, often exercised cruelly and oppressively, the arbitrary or oppressive exercise of power or control over others.
Examples:
Brutal tyranny. Tyranny of the majority. The country was ruled by a tyranny that oppressed its citizens.
Balance.
A condition in which everything has the same weight or force, something left after other parts have been taken away.
Examples:
The balance of power. Asset on the company's balance sheet. Try to keep a balance between work and off.
Philanthropy.
The practice of voluntarily helping the poor, especially by giving money.
Examples:
Philanthropy organization. Private philanthropy. Tech billionaires often spend the majority of their time on philanthropy.